outside now, obviously. I apologize for any wind noise or any movement. It's crazy windy here today. Anyway, this is my favorite tool. I can fix any engine with a pair of ice grips and a can of carburetor cleaner. Alright, so be very careful not to get this stuff in your eyes. I've done that several times. It sucks. But you can see what I'm going to do is just squirt some carb cleaner in, then you can see it coming out of both sides. You go in both ways. And this solvent is just breaking up the goo, breaking up the gunk. Hopefully y'all can see that. Maybe I should come over here. There we go. So I'm going in through the main jets, I'm going in through the side jets, going in through. See, that's coming out there. And there's no guarantee this works, you know? I've cleaned a carburetor out many times and still have gotten nothing. While I'm here, I like to coat the outside carb cleaner. That gets rid of all the excess goo and gunk. Cleans her up, makes her look real nice, and customers are like, oh, you put a new carburetor on. It's like, no, I just cleaned it. But it's a very good solvent. For those of us who don't have parts washers, this works really well. It does kill the grass, which is why I'm out back behind the barn doing this, because I don't care if this grass dies. See, that butterfly is now moving real nice. And this carburetor cleaner is ice cold. That's a big reason why I put gloves on today. And it's chilly out here, but alright, let's keep doing in the holes. Keep going around cleaning, and it's just a tedious process, you know. I don't think that is actually a hole. I think it's just a dud. As you can see down in here, there's two holes. One of them's a jet, and there's another hole there. I'm not sure what the other hole is for, but it's there. And then just go to town, you know, cleaning the base of this thing out and clean the top of this thing off. And there's silver, all this silver paint coming off of here. I guess from when they built this thing. You can get all that off. Solvent's breaking it down. Alright, so we'll give that a shot. I'll go through the jets one more time and just make sure that I got stuff coming out of the seat good. I got stuff coming out of the jets good, which I do. Alright. Now set that aside. Over here, let it dry. Woo! My left hand froze. Absolutely froze. Other thing about solvents is you can see how stretched out that got. It doesn't do very well to rubber. What I was saying earlier is you want to make sure you don't lose any of these parts because they are very tiny. So what I'm going to do is set them in a place that I know I won't lose them. Which I have a rock over here. I'll put them on. Alright. I'm going to clean the float off. Light coat, and then just come through and I'm just going to rub a little bit. And you don't have to get the float perfect. You don't have to get all the varnish and everything off, but you just want to make sure nothing's going to really break off that will harm future operations. Now, while I'm doing this, what I'm going to do is take the bowl and kind of fill it with this stuff, right? And what that's going to start doing is soaking in there. I'm going to leave the bowl right up here next to you guys. That'll start soaking up in there while I'm continuing to clean the other parts. So I'm just, you know, scratching and spraying, basically. And I could sit here all day and do this, but I'm not. I'm just going to, basic little thing, you know? Because you see, it's really not coming off. I mean, it came off a little bit there, but I may go a little further off camera, but that's what you want to do with the float. Now, the needle valve came out okay, but the bowl, nut, and jet is really plugged up, so it's the exact same procedure that you do with the carburetor, in that you just squirt some of this junk around, until you see it coming out of the holes. Which this one is especially bad. So, literally just carburetor cleaning. I'm going to continue doing this. I don't bore you guys half to death. But that's how you clean a carburetor out. No guarantee this is going to be a fix. But this is the most basic elementary way to clean it out and hopefully get your mower running again. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of fixing the John Deere JS40. As y'all remember, in part 1 we took apart the carburetor, which I've still got laying out over here. I did some further cleaning on this thing. So the bowl is a bit better, the float's a bit better. I spent a lot of time getting these holes right here cleared out on the jet, needle and the pin. Carburetor itself is doing good. Got the butterfly freed up. So we're still waiting on the bowl gasket and the, what is it, gasket? This right here for the intake. But anyway, what we're going to do today, or right now, is figure out how the rest of the mower is doing. As y'all remember, I did try to start this thing with some carb cleaner, as I said in the previous video. But I'm not sure how the rest of the mower is looking, spark plug wise and all that kind of stuff. So it looks like the original plug. I think it is, to be honest. What I might do is go ahead and pull off this here shroud and see how she's doing from there. Alright, it looks like the GoPro's hanging in there now. Get the shroud off, just pop the screwdriver in there and just clip that off. That flies back over there. And then we've got 2 screws, one right here and one right here, the Phillips head. Once again, I apologize for the coughing and hacking. We got two small Phillips head screws that come out that hold the top of this engine cover on. And this comes off. Throw that around back. But another good reason why I came in here to do this is to look inside the engine right there. I don't know if y'all can see in there or not, but in this hole. But this one has sat as long as it has. It is very possible that mice have gotten up in this thing, which I don't see a single thing. So that's good. I do want to check spark plug, see how gross it looks, but I'm not thinking it's going to be all that bad. I've seen these kind of mowers I've seen them in better condition, I've seen them in worse condition. I mean, this is pretty typical of a 10-year-old mower. But let's see here. Ooh, this spark plug is wet. It's also original. Y'all can see that there. I probably have a spare somewhere I can throw in, but to be really honest, it worked. I'm just gonna wipe some of the gunk off of here. She'll be fine. I don't know why it was wet though. This thing hasn't been started or anything in at least a month. It was the last time I tried to fire it. But plop that back right in. It didn't see any wear. It was just black. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're still recording. That's good. Come on, stupid little thing. Yeah. Last thing you want to do is thread out a spark plug hole in your cylinder head. Then you either got to tap it, or if you're really lazy, you just buy a new head. And by tap, I mean you put a thread tapper in there and you redo the threads. But I do know I have spark on this engine. However, if I didn't know that I had spark, I have this nifty little tool here, which is actually a spark tester. And what you do is you clip this onto your spark plug wire like so, and then you take the clip and you either go to a ground, or I just clip it onto the end of the spark plug like that. and either you pull the engine over by yourself and have a good view of it, and it shows a spark jumping in there, or you have a buddy pull it over for you. But it does a pretty good job. Only problem it runs into is that if the spark plug itself is bad, it does not show you that. So I've had engines that I test the spark when it is doing it, and it doesn't show any problems, and then when you go to start it, it won't start, and it just turns out it's just a spark plug. But that's that. So something else I need to get for this mower is actually a new knob, because as you guys can see down here, as I drop it, there's this knob that goes on the end for this shield, for this mulch plug, that you can actually open this up, you know, for a bagger or whatever. But this is the knob, and it literally has no anything to it. So I will be probably getting a new one of those, because I'm actually trying to sell this mower come springtime. So I've had a number of mowers that I have acquired and then end up selling, just because you guys have seen my 14 SB, you guys have seen the silver John Deere that I have, and it's a beast of a mower, and no other push mower can compare to it. So I'm more than happy to take these things and fix them, but I just sell them for a little bit of side money, you know, because I can. But anyway, the rest of the engine looks pretty good. I will add some more oil to this thing, but in part 3, y'all can expect to see this thing fire up and the reassembly of it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks again, guys, for checking me out, for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Hoping to get to 50 subscribers. So if your friends like this kind of stuff, let them know. And I will see you guys on part 3 of fixing the John Deere JS40.